Hi and welcome to the Salesforce Consultant channel. This is where I look at diarising some of the day-to-day tasks I do with clients within my kind of Salesforce consultancy remit and share those with you. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a requirement which was to sync with an external system. That system is Xero Accounting, and to bring back customer payments, BACS payments coming into the bank that are on the Xero Accounting bank statement, and bring those into Salesforce. And the reason the client wanted to do that was to start tracking deposit payments and reconciling them. So they use the Salesforce Opportunity to obviously track a sale, and a lot of their sales are not immediate sales. It's where they have to take a deposit, and then the product is then created, and then once it's ready, then they can close the opportunity, bring in the balancing payment. But they'd like to reconcile payments that are coming in as deposit against what actually comes in to the bank. And prior to this being created, they were then just having to ring up head office and say, has this money arrived from my client yet? Is it in the system? Whereas in the new way of doing things, the money is being synced on a day-to-day basis. They can go and use the power of the Salesforce search to find a particular record and then match that up and reconcile it. So a lot of time saved from doing that way and getting everything into our single source of truth, which is obviously the end game in having a system like Salesforce. So if we go and look at one of those records, just open one of those up, you can see we've got a standard kind of custom object here. We've got a variety of fields. I've got an opportunity lookup field. I've got some transaction IDs. I've got obviously the amount that comes in. Now there are some fields here that are empty, and that's because we're not only just using this for Xero Accounting, we're using it for credit cards as well, and some of the values are slightly different on that. So once a day we open up the synchronization to the Xero API. We decided to just integrate directly with the Xero API as a custom integration rather than use anything on the App Exchange, because they didn't necessarily kind of fit the requirements exactly. And I thought it would be better to have something that's specific for that particular client. Probably about 3 to 4 days effort, I would say, from scoping it out, putting all the process maps in place, building that within a sandbox environment, which with Xero, they'll also give you a kind of a test environment as well, so you can test everything in kind of a nice, safe and easy way, and then deploy that into the live system. Let me tell you about what was good about the project and then what blockers we had to deal with as well. So what's good about the project is the Xero API is very, very good. It's very well documented, easy to find the endpoints, and once we're connected, works really, really well, and not had any problem. I had it running for 2 or 3 months now and not had any problem in syncing it back into Xero. What was slightly challenging, and it's not actually to do with the system, it's to do really with the nature of the requirement, was that when you bring in incoming transactions from a bank, you kind of get everything. So, you get refunds from Amazon, for instance, or, money that's been reclaimed from HMRC or director's loans, etc. And of course, we don't want any of those things. So we had to do something else, which was to add some custom settings within Salesforce. So when we do the daily sync, if their particular type, for instance, matches refund, for instance, then ignore those, don't actually display them, and so on. And that just took a little while of kind of a learning process of looking at the various types of transactions that come in through the bank account, and then filtering out the ones we don't want and only bringing in the ones that are absolutely relevant. Hopefully you've kind of enjoyed this video. One other thing, this synchronization is just one way. We just pull data in through Xero. We're not sending data back at the moment. That would be a slightly more complex integration. But if you've got any questions regarding how we did that, then please feel free to add them in the comments below, and I'll try and get back to you ASAP. Also, if you could like the video down below, that would be absolutely fantastic as well. Or subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be putting up quite a lot of these videos as time goes on, and I wouldn't want you to miss any of those. In between time, if you've got any actual requirements to do any integrations like this to go into an accounting system, whether it's Xero or something similar to that, then please feel free to reach out. You can put a comment below. There is some contact information, I think, on the YouTube channel as well. Or you could just email me, robert@zonprojects.com, and I'll be very, very happy to have a discussion with you. In between time, enjoy Salesforce.